Hi, I'm Brian from Constantly Calibrating. I'm here with Ian Moreno from Behemoth. How you doing?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Not too bad either. It's day 2, and I'm not completely wiped out yet, so I'm feling okay.
Yeah, same here. I got some energy left. I gotta spread it out.
Yeah, but I'm waiting to bev myself up until tonight at least, because Sunday it's more allowed to be a little bit more laid back.
Yeah, I think everybody's expected to be kind of like these walking husks on Sunday.
Yeah, so we were talking to a few of the Achievement Hunter guys, and they are on the go, just like nonstop.
Yeah, whenever I see something, we are like, so what's your schedule like? And because they all have schedules, they're like,
Right.
I have 14 things. And
You're like, I'm just standing around here, trying to sell a video game. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so speaking of selling video games and just slinging games in general, you guys have a new property. What exactly is it?
All right, so it's Pit People, formerly Game 4, just to clear that up, because we're in the middle of the transition of temporarily Game 4. So I think some people were thinking it was just going to stay that way, and maybe we did kind of for like 2 minutes.
Right.
But now Game 4 is now Pit People, and it's a fast-paced, turn-based co-op adventure through time and space. It follows a series of different disparate characters who all kind of experience something tragic, and which leads them through a series of events that they all converge and kind of form a team and start their new lives in the pit, as well as outside in the worlds you explore.
So the pit is more of like gaining XP, gaining notoriety, and going outside of the world and doing more story-based missions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do any of you guys play Dungeons and Dragons? Because this sounds a lot like a campaign.
There's definitely, yeah. I mean, our whole background. There's a lot of RP. Like, obviously, there's always like some kind of light element of RPG in all our games. And also there's a ton of actually strategy players of all the genres that fall under that subgenres. And so what we wanted to do was we wanted to make a strategy game that maybe people who don't necessarily play strategy games would want to play.
Right.
We wanted to streamline the experience and do our take on the genre, because we always do a different genre with every game.
No, and I get you that. And kind of what we were saying beforehand. I don't play strategy games all that much, and if I do, they're not video game style, because I do play D&D outside of this, and so I'm looking at this going, okay, this is kind of familiar. I like where this is going, and the way that you guys do your storytelling, the way that you guys do your art style and music, it helps lend itself to being a little bit easier to consume, to understand for people that don't do this all the time.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's with. Obviously, like I said, the humor, there's going to be a lot of these quest lines and side quests where you're doing some weird escort mission to pick up gasoline for such and such. There's so many different weird worlds that we created this thing where we have like this, I don't want to say excuse, but like reason why, there is like a vampire, then a robot, then the land is like candy-ish, or maybe like a circuit board or this and that. But like you said, with the storytelling element, that's all Will Stamper, who was the narrator on Battle Block Theater, has come back once again. We've created this and formed this new narrator that we worked on for like months and months and months to kind of get to where it is now. And it's like, this is the most VO we've ever had in any game. And you probably heard it all, just like rapid fire, constantly going.
So, for some of the VO, now, the gibberish parts, how do you guys come up with that? Because it was hilarious, funny, but it was understandable as far as like the emotion you're trying to get behind that. If you can say emotion with what they were trying to say.
It's that one's really weird. So Will started that one. We knew, I believe it was Dan Paladin's idea to do this gibberish with text. And so when we started to try and do that, Will came up with the first. We did a lot of tests because we had to create this system that would play it and not play them in sequence and randomize. But he came up with this thing, and when we'd ask him how do you do that, it's really interesting. Because you can't just sit there and go you need to have kind of create a loose language system.
Right.
So his approach was you take two words and then chop them in half and then combine them together, kind of deal.
Okay.
So it's carpet and sky, so it's like kapai, and then you have like some random new word, and then
Yeah.
we tied in little catchphrases that helps characterize each character. So Horatio, one of the main characters, does a how you say, and then like say Yosef does as a say. And so we have all these little things which are kind of like these identifiers and characteristic of them, even though it's gibberish and means nothing.
No, but it's a lot of fun. I'm excited to see that and play it. Now, where can people find it once it comes out?
Once it releases, which it will be Xbox One and then Steam eventually.
Right on.
Yeah.
So what prompted the one exclusive right off the bat?
It's all team size. There's no. It's like we've always released on the Xbox with the 360, and we have like a really good relationship with Microsoft, and those guys are all cool people, and that's what we've always done. We're console gamers first, I think. I mean, we're console and PC gamers, but what we've always been playing and created is very deeply rooted in arcade and console. So we're gonna do the X1, and if our team was bigger, we'd do the crazy simultaneous multi-platform release, but we're not that kind of studio, so we're going to do that, then we'll do that, and then who knows what.
Right on. So after you guys get this release all done, all out, are you guys kind of doing the Pixar method where you're already working on something for the next thing?
I wish I could hint to something else, but we're knee deep in Castle Crashers Remastered, which we're also finishing up and is releasing later this year.
Yeah.
And Pit People. It's like it's taking up everything and more that we're.
We'll probably be intercutting some of the gameplay. So you guys bring some of these awesome arcade cabinets and these custom set pieces. Are there any plans to release kind of these controls elsewhere, or is that kind of just like you have to be at a convention to play it like this?
Right now at a convention, we've definitely had those talks, because it would be great, and there's something really satisfying about pulling the lever after you've set all your player paths.
Right.
Pulling that lever to execute your orders. There's something really satisfying about it. And we've actually modified some arcade sticks, some portable arcade sticks, so we could take that kind of presentation on the road a little easier than this thing that's 10 feet tall or whatever.
Yeah.
So who knows? Like we made these things, and maybe I don't want to say no. It's kind of that thing. It's like you never know. But no hard plans.
Okay, so you didn't hear anything here first.
No fight sticks coming out tomorrow.
Well, right on. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to us.
Thanks for stopping by.
No, I love talking to you, and love seeing when you guys come out with new stuff. So excited to play this in my own home and with other friends. Now, before we finish out, is this a local multiplayer, or is this just your single player? Any multiplayer component, or?
Well, couch co-op is kind of in our DNA, so you're going to have 2-player co-op for the main story campaign, and then there will be 2v2 as well, so there you get up to 4.
And that is online, or is only local?
Local and online.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Then we'll probably do some Let's Plays in it finally. So
awesome.
Sounds good, man. Thank you so much again. This is Brian from Constantly Calibrating, Ian Moreno from Behemoth, and we wish you a good sign-off. So we're good to go?
Fuck, shit, poo-poo, poo-poo, pee-pee, pee-pee, poo-poo. Okay.
Beep, 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 beep.